Good afternoon. College tuition, the case for free college. Doctor, lawyer, nurse, school teacher, welder, truck driver, operations manager. All of these professions, as diverse as they are, have one thing in common. Whether in the form of a degree, certification, or license, these professions require additional education. Education is the epitome of what we know and can establish who we become. It provides a sense of accomplishment as well as providing leverage in job interviews, social circles, and can increase earnings potential. While there are a variety of reasons a person decides to attend college, choosing to do so should not bankrupt or sentence you to a lifetime of debt. College tuition should be affordable for all students because it will assist in leveling the field for low-income families, increase earnings, and close the class gap. Free and affordable college tuition isn't a new or foreign concept. Senator Bernie Sanders, a staunch supporter of universal education, notes, "It took populist pressure from the progressive movement beginning in the 1890s to make a widespread access to free public schools a reality. As a result, we now have universal access to free public schools. It's hard to imagine in this day and age that that hasn't always been the case. The same concept can be implemented for free college tuition that will assist in acquiring a 2-year degree, technical certification, or license. A college degree can increase earnings potential and level the field for low-income families. As students graduate from high school and start to make plans for their future, the decision of furthering their education is often hindered by the ability to pay for college. Choosing to attend a university, public college, or obtain a technical certificate is foremost in a student's mind. As the preparation for the future begins, a high school graduate must decide to work a full-time job or attend college, and in a lot of cases, both. The question remains, how to pay for it? On InsideHigherEd.com, a leading digital media company serving the higher education community, Jill Biden and Eric Garcetti outline President Obama's initiative, America's College Promise. In it, they say, it's a common sense idea to make community college free for all responsible students. 2 years of free community college will allow Americans to earn the first half of a bachelor's degree or acquire a professional certificate without being saddled with decades of debt. Since the president announced his proposal in 2015, more than 36 free community college programs have launched in state, cities, and community college systems across the country. There's no debate that a college degree can improve what type of job a student can acquire. Students are able to apply for better jobs and negotiate higher salaries based on skill and education. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics outlined median earnings across the nation based on education level. Each diagram illustrates annual wages at the median or middle level based on the highest level of education completed. A high school graduate can earn up to $35,580. However, across the nation, that's not in most cases. When you have an associate's degree, you can earn upwards of $58,240. As you can see, the difference between a high school diploma and an associate's degree is almost $40,000. Each chart shows a median level of wages, and as you can guess, the higher level of education increases, so does the potential to earn more. Opponents for free college believe it will be too much of a burden for taxpayers. However, the more people that earn degrees, the more they will contribute to local, state, and federal taxes, which will alleviate state tax burdens. Higher education is a long-term investment into our common future. Instead of debating whether we should have free college, I think a better question to ask is, why is college so expensive? But that's a topic for another day. In Robert Samuel's book, Why Public Higher Education Should Be Free, he states, looking at various state and federal tax breaks and deductions for tuition, it might be possible to make all public higher education free by just using current resources in a more effective manner. In the end, offering free and affordable college tuition would not be the government throwing money down the drain. Instead, it would be an investment into our citizens as we become contributors to our society. By today's standards, having a higher education is essential to one's success. Where a high school diploma coupled with work experience used to be adequate enough to advance in a chosen field, that no longer seems to be the case. Many jobs are knowledge-based or require additional technical skills. Unfortunately, some of our most intelligent citizens do not attend college because they are unable to afford it or fear the fear of massive student loan debt. Once a student graduates, the amount of debt can be astronomical. Some students are only able to attend college by applying for student loans. As students age, scholarships and grants are no longer a viable option, and the need to apply for loans to complete school is imperative. Student loan debt is easily put in the out of sight, out of mind category while students are still attending school. But after the excitement of graduation wears off, the reality of debt starts to set in. Upon graduation, students often find it difficult to obtain jobs that adequately cover their loan payment from month to month. In an article written by Reveal News, James Steele notes, about 42 million of Americans bearing $1.3 trillion in student debt is altering lives, relationships, and even postponing retirement. Once students graduate, they are finding it necessary to delay marriage, purchase a home, or even start a family, in essence, putting their lives on hold. As a country that values education, the decision for free and affordable college needs to happen sooner rather than later, as students are graduating with exorbitant amounts of debt. As I continue my own journey to fulfill my goals and become the first in my family to earn a degree, I concede that it will not be easy. It will be necessary to apply for student loans in order to complete my degree program, and costs are in the forefront of my mind. Tom Price notes in an article written for CQ Research, a majority of graduates are leaving school earning more than $25,000 in debt, and nearly 7 million have defaulted on their student loans. These figures fill me with intense trepidation. However, I will persist. Education is important to me, as is earning my degree. I don't know if I will see or experience free college tuition in my lifetime, but for the success of future generations, I hope we ultimately decide that an educated society is worth it. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Why did you choose this topic?
I chose this topic because it's near and dear to my heart. Again, as I stated in my speech, I will have to take out loans to finish my education, and I do know that my loan debt will be high. So I think that because there's so much loan debt across the country, there's a case for free tuition. Yes, tell me.
Do you think this country will make free college a policy?
I hope so. There's cases, I think we're going in the right direction. As is stated in the speech, since President Obama put in his plan, there's free college programs across the nation in community colleges. So I hope that that continues to be widespread.
Should free college tuition apply for any community college or university?
Yes, I think at least the first 2 years in a community college or a university, because those first couple of years you're basically doing general education courses, and it's not courses that are for your specialty, whatever that may be. So I think a lot of times, especially kids that are just coming out of high school, they're taking classes that they just finished. And it doesn't really make sense to have to pay for those classes again, or to have to pay for those classes that they've just taken.